I just got to say,
criminal trial
I'm just going to say, in real time, Meek and I were watching the Brady roast with a friend. Everybody was laughing. We were just kind of, and we.
No, I was like, why is he doing this?
I know. Yeah.
Right?
You got to help the pacing of my story, sweetie.
Yeah, but it's going to be
talking to the jury here. So we saw it. We were laughing.
Yeah.
And then as we walked across to our house, which we did, we looked at each other and go, did he forget that he has kids and he's got a mother of the kids?
And friends.
And friends. We figured that out in real time. And I think most other parents who saw that figured that out in real time. I really am completely shocked that it took Tom Brady this long and the backlash that he had to figure out that this was horrible. And I gotta
What's
say,
going on there?
especially when he is angry when they tell a joke about the guy we love, but his billionaire owner, but lets him skewer the mother of his children and his children.
Yeah, his Giselle and also Bridget Moynihan, who's the mother of his son, they went after both of them. It kind of happened in real time. I think it was Ben Affleck maybe who said, dude, why are you doing this? How much is enough? And when people said, well, they're paying him $25 million. He just signed a $400 million contract. He doesn't need $20 million more. So I think it was about self-deprecation and humanizing himself. And
what does Fox Sports think about their $400 million investment? I mean, this guy, and I'm dead serious. We're cheering for Tom Brady. Everybody likes Tom Brady. Seriously, who is around him? I want to know who is around him. Does he listen to anybody?
This is something you know
Brady. You've got to have people around you that protect you that say, no, Tom, don't do that. No, Tom, if you're going to make a statement, don't say how sorry you are and then finish it by going, I hope everybody had a great time. I mean, it's just, who's around this guy, Lemire? We blame you.
Yes, I can tell that I am getting the brunt of this. He didn't listen to me. I wouldn't have advised him to do this, to be sure. I mean, I do think, to Willie's point, I think that he is transitioning to this new part of his life. He's finally, we think, giving up on football and moving into this media portion. He's trying to humanize himself. He's doing a lot of ads, too. But this was clearly a mistake. And yesterday he said, look, I gave an interview on a podcast, and he said that, look, it's fine to take jokes with me. I enjoyed those. But I recognize that some of them were very hurtful to people I love the most, including his children and the mothers of his children. So he expressed real regret about that, John Hammond. But the question is, why didn't he see that in real time? Why didn't someone get ahead of it and say, you know, Tom, there are other ways to humanize yourself, not a roast.
Have you ever seen these things?
That's it. They're so mean.
There are two times in a person's life when you should do a lot of self-oppo. You bring the team in to do what are you going to get attacked with? Or what are you going to get joked about? One of those is if you run for president. You got to hire people, look in your background. This is what the attacks are going to be. If you're going to go do a roast on live television, you got to have a team that's going to go, hey, you know what? What's the worst case scenario? What are the jokes they could make about who in your life? And you would think that if you had the right team doing that kind of self-oppo, you would look at it if you were Tom Brady and go, I think I'll pass.
Well, the thing is also, he says he did it because he knew Jeff Frost. It's also very easy to go to Jeff Frost and say, here's the deal, Jeff. I'll do this. You say whatever you want to say about me. I don't really care. I'm fair game. Make fun of me all you want. Call me stupid. Call me this. Call me that. The second anybody makes a joke about my kids or makes a joke about my kids' moms, I'm walking off the stage and you're going to be sitting there tap dancing for the next 2 hours. That's all he had to say. That's all he had to say. And they would have said, okay, Tom. He didn't say it. He didn't think ahead. I ask again, it's his responsibility, but who the hell is around him? Does he have nobody taking care of him? Saying, Tom, don't do this. Because listen, when I say taking care of him, yeah, he's a grown man. He's been playing football since he was 8. I don't expect him to be like James Carville. I'm going to that rules yet. No, he's a football player. Mm-hmm. He needs to be protected, and he needs to protect himself.
And why are we talking about this right now? He did an interview with the Pivot podcast where he talked about all this, and part of what he said is exactly that. He said, I got out of football. He said, I'll be honest, I'm drifting around a little bit, trying to figure it out. I'm gobbling things up. Oh, that sounds fun. Let's do that. And I think he now realizes he's got to focus a little bit. Here he is on that podcast yesterday.
I loved when the jokes were about me. I thought they were so fun. I didn't like the way that it affected my kids. So it's the hardest part about like the bittersweet aspect of when you do something that you think is one way, and then all of a sudden you realize I wouldn't do that again because of the way that it affected actually the people that I care about the most in the world.
The oppo that John was talking about that they could have done, just go to YouTube, type in Nikki Glazer, and I think you'll know what was coming.
Oh my God.
Oh, Lordy. Okay.
Lemir's looking very crestfallen.
Yeah.
Does the defense rest?
As I said, I'm missing out on this one here, but he's made a lot of curious decisions since that comeback. When he announced his retirement and coming back, he's clearly, as he said, he doesn't know what to do with his life, and this was a mistake. We should all
Speak.